Hi guys, today I'll be doing my full card predictions for UFC Fight Night Jack Della Maddalena versus Carlos Prates. Now I already uploaded this video today, and then I went to watch the video to see if everything went well, and then I saw that my mic was accidentally muted and there was no audio on anything that I was saying. So I'm back here again to re-record this video. I'm kind of getting like tired and bored of this because like I've been recording this video like 4 different times. But it's whatever. I'm just going to keep doing it. The timestamps will be posted down below if you guys want to skip around and get the quick picks. But if you are going to be putting money on this event, I really do suggest that you watch the video in its entirety so you can listen to my explanations and breakdowns for each fight on this card, because there are like 2 or 3 fights that are close, and I don't think you'll really understand the perspective on my pick if you just go around and get the picks. But that's just me. If you guys want to skip around, I don't mind. Yeah, it's whatever. If you guys could, please like and subscribe. It means a lot to me, blah, blah, blah. And let's get this started. For the first fight, we have Kody Steele going against Marwan. Pardon me. Kody Steele, really good wrestler and jiu-jitsu practitioner. Unlike these other wrestlers and jiu-jitsu practitioners like Marcus Buchecha and all these other people. Fuck Marcus Buchecha, by the way. Piece of shit. Kody Steele actually has pretty good striking. I'm very impressed by his striking. Even though he did lose to Rongju, he's a very, very hard-working man. And I saw this on his Instagram, and I'm very, very impressed by what he's doing. And at first, I was going Marwan to win this by decision just because of his reach, his inside elbows. His striking is unimpressive to me, but inside the clinch, he's very impressive. But I do believe this fight is just going to be a stand-and-bang fight. I do think Kody Steele might try to go for takedowns because Marwan in his fights has been taken down a few times. It's pretty easy. But he has good reversals, and we've seen Kody Steele get reversed by Rongju in his other fight. So this is going to be a really interesting matchup. On the ground, I do side with Kody Steele and his siding, and on the standing, I do side with Kody Steele as well. I just wasn't impressed by the fight IQ in his fight against Rongju, where he just didn't have good head movement, and his footwork was very sloppy. But he just started MMA. He's 7-1, hasn't fought in a year and 2 months. I'm taking a shot here, honestly, on Kody Steele. Realistically, I feel like Marwan has the ability to win this. It's just that we've seen him get hit by someone who has the same reach as Kody Steele, even though that guy's like 6 foot. We've seen him get hit by someone with the same reach as Kody Steele, and he gets hit pretty easily on the feet. He doesn't have the greatest... No, he has really good head movement, but when he isn't moving his head, he's pretty hittable. This is going to be an interesting matchup. I don't even know what to think. This is like the hardest fight on the card with Tim Elliott and Steve Erceg, but I'm going to go with this very slightly with Kody Steele because I do think he has been training harder than Marwan, and I think his fight IQ in this fight will show, and his improvements in the gym will show after a year loss against Rongju. And Rongju isn't even a bad loss, but like Rongju would probably beat all of these people, maybe finish some of them. But it was a competitive fight at the start. Then in the second and third round, he was just getting beat on, and it was just a masterclass from Rongju. But still, I'm impressed by Kody Steele. He's a high-level wrestler, high-level BJJ, and has good striking, unlike all these other BJJ practitioners like Marcus Buchecha, who come to the UFC and don't know how to strike. He actually knows how to strike. I'm very impressed by him. Marwan is good. Really good inside elbows. Really decent striker. His main thing is the wrestling, and that's kind of why I'm siding with Kody Steele, because I do believe his wrestling and jiu-jitsu, mainly his jiu-jitsu is leagues above Marwan, but his wrestling is also probably better than Marwan. And we've seen Marwan getting taken down pretty easy. We've seen him get controlled a little bit, but Marwan, he won't stay static. He's always going to keep moving, and if you give him a chance to get out, he will take that chance, and he will get out. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. This is going to be a very close and entertaining fight, hopefully, if Marwan doesn't do the thing where he just takes people in the clinch. But I do believe, if we're going to go off of rounds, because I do think this will be a decision, I think Kody Steele will be exposed in the first round and take the first round off of Marwan. Marwan will try to implement some strategies to win the second round, but I think Marwan will end up gassing out in the third round, and Kody Steele will push the pace on him and win a 29-28. For the next fight, we have Jonathan, the captain, Micallef, going against Themba, Gorimbo. Now, let me bring up these people's fights. Themba Gorimbo isn't good, bro. He isn't good. He lost to Vicente Luque. Before he said, Vicente Luque is good, he beat Kevin Gastelum. That was such a sloppy win. The only reason he beat Kevin Gastelum is Kevin Gastelum has 0 fight IQ. He ran into there, throw like 50 punches and he got caught because he trusts his chin too much, like the fucking idiot. Kind of like, what's his name? The piece of shit. Maddalena. Exactly like that. He was piecing him up and he got caught. It just happens in MMA when you have such low IQ. I hate people. Like, I hate Maddalena. I hate Kevin Gastelum even though they're good. But a loss against Vicente Luque isn't very impressive to me. I'm pretty sure he got dropped and then submitted. Themba Gorimbo isn't a high-level fighter, and he lost to Jeremiah Wells. He's really shit. He's honestly not that good. He can be cans like Ramiz Bahar, Nico Price, and I don't know who the fuck that guy is. But Jonathan Micallef impressed me very, very well in his fight against Oban Elliott. Had another, I think, decision win. Yeah, against Kevin Jousset. Pretty good. He's really, really good. This could go to decision, but I am gonna pick submission for Jonathan Micallef because we've seen Themba Gorimbo get submitted before in the UFC by a high level BJJ practitioner because he did submit Kevin Gastelum, pretty impressive. But Vicente Luque after fighting Jeff Neal isn't good. He isn't good. He has to move up a weight class because he was dog shit. I think Themba Gorimbo was one of his only recent wins because he got fucked by Joel Alvarez and he got fucked by someone else. I forgot who it was. Oh, yeah. Fucking Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland's decent, you know. He's a hard fight for some people. Themba Gorimbo isn't good. He's a high-paced wrestler. Not that good at striking. Jonathan Micallef, really good. Decent wrestling, really good, decent striking. He's just decent everywhere, and I think that's just enough to beat Themba Gorimbo. I think he's a parlay piece. I think he easily beats Themba Gorimbo. He's not impressive to me. Jonathan Micallef is just going to win this. Like, oh my god, it's an easy fucking pick, bro. Even though it is kind of a mirror matchup, Themba Gorimbo is so unimpressive to me. I hate this loss against Vicente Luque and Jeremiah Wells. It's disgusting. It's ass. Jonathan Micallef at 6. Alright. Oh, I missed the time sense for that one. Okay, that's why. For the next fight, we have Wes Party Time Schultz going against Ben Johnston. Now, before I start this, I will say that I DM'd Wes Schultz, and I just asked him like a stupid question, and he responded to me. So the pick is going to be Wes Schultz. He's the GOAT. Wes Schultz is the GOAT. But realistically, I do think what this is a very, very favorable matchup for Wes Schultz. Short notice come up by Ben Johnston. I'm pretty sure one of his students was supposed to fight Wes Schultz, or one of his like clients was supposed to fight Wes Schultz, and then he didn't want to fight Wes Schultz, even though he's like a decent prospect and probably would have beaten Wes Schultz, most likely, even though I don't think he would have. Then he didn't want to fight, and then they asked him if Ben Johnston wants to fight, and then Ben Johnston was like, yeah, sure, why not? Ben Johnston has fought in 2 years. He retired 2 years ago. And yeah, his retirement fight was a good win over John Fraser. He wasn't winning that fight, though. If you rewatch this fight, because it's on YouTube, you can watch it for free. If you watch this fight, he was getting taken down easily by someone much smaller and less skilled in the grappling department than Wes Schultz. That's so embarrassing. It's a big gaping hole in his style. It really is. And if you do that, and if you have that big of a disadvantage in the wrestling department against Wes Schultz, you're fucked, bro. You're fucked. Like, it's genuinely over. Wes Schultz, okay striker. I'm not going to say he's decent. He's not that crazy in striking. He's not that good. But he can throw hands. He has good kicks, good calf kicks as well. Recently lost against Damian Pinaz. Damian Pinaz is a top 3 middleweight, and he's not second, and he's not third. Put that shit in your head. He's a champion. He's the next champion. Mansour Abdulmalik is a decent loss. Mansour Abdulmalik isn't bad. He can be cans, but Wes Schultz isn't really a can. He really isn't. It was just a bad stylistic matchup for him, wasn't it? Because Mansour Abdulmalik had a wrestling credentials before fighting Wes Schultz. So that means it was basically like a striking fight most of the time. And there was a bit of wrestling. And Wes Schultz actually did have some moments in that fight. People forget, man. But Ben Johnston, good all-around fighter, Muay Thai and BJJ guy. Good jiu-jitsu, but it won't really matter against Wes Schultz. He has good offensive jiu-jitsu. I don't really know about his defensive jiu-jitsu, so that's why I am going to go submission for Wes Schultz. Because this guy literally got a slow life stretch in the Contender Series. That's an insane submission to get. A very, very high-level BJJ. Even though he only started like a few years ago. Really good wrestler. Went 51-0 in high school. He just... It's like... It's just a favorable matchup for Wes Schultz. Even though he did DM me back on Instagram. This is not why I'm picking him. I was picking him before. I literally saw this matchup and I was like, easy fucking money. Easy money for Wes Schultz. Yeah, Ben Johnston is really impressive to me. Wes Schultz is a collegiate... People forget he's a collegiate wrestler. And he just lost to people who were like much lankier and bigger than him. He's gonna be around the same size as Ben Johnston. He's gonna have the reach advantage. And he's just gonna fuck Ben Johnston, isn't he? He really is. 33%. He's been in this situation before against... Who was it? I think it was Mingaj. who's fucking dog shit, and so is Ben Johnston. He's also dog shit. He isn't UFC level to me. Wes Schultz is much better. I think he's gonna get the win here, and I think he's gonna get it by round to submission. It's just spoiling all my picks. I already did this shit. Colby Thicknesse going against Vince Vendetta Morales. Colby Thicknesse trains with Volkanovski. Decent all-around fighter. I'm not very impressed by his striking, but he has good wrestling and good jiu-jitsu. Also, Alexander Topuria, and took a round off of him. So you would think, whoa, this guy lost Alexander Topuria and took a round off of him? He's going to dog walk Vince Morales. Until you actually watch the fight, and it wasn't more like he was beating on Alexander Topuria. It was just like Alexander Topuria just like, that round, he was just so low output, and that kind of fit into Colby Thicknesse, where Colby Thicknesse was just able to jab, cross, okay, get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just throwing kicks and punches and running away from the power of Alexander Topuria. And then Alexander Topuria in the third round was like, fuck this shit, I'm gonna wrestle the wrestler. And he wrestle fucked him, and he just beat him all over. He rocked him in the first round, and he rocked him in the third round. This is something I need to say about Colby Thicknesse. He is a chinny motherfucker, bro. He is chinny as a bitch, bro. You gotta watch out, bro. This guy's chin is so bad, and early on in the career, I don't like that. And in the fight with Josiah Musasa, he was getting fucked, bro. I don't know why this is saying. This should have been a split decision. He won that, yeah, but it should have been a split decision. He was getting fucked on the feet by Josiah Musasa. Something that I learned from these two fights, that Colby Thicknesse doesn't react well to high pressure. If you're a high pressure striker or a decent pressure striker, you're going to give Colby Thicknesse problems, and he's just going to curl up in a ball and eat the shots, and he's just not going to react well. And he doesn't react well to calf kicks as well, does he? He's just not really good defensively with the striking. And that is the reason why I'm going to pick Vince Morales. All three of his losses, even though he is on a 3 losing streak, all three of his losses would easily be Colby Thicknesse, 30-27, or even finish him. He would probably submit Colby Thicknesse. He would probably knock out Colby Thicknesse, or then submit him. Taylor Lapis would just decision max him. But Vince Morales lost to Taylor Lapis, good loss. He was beating, no, he wasn't beating Elijah Smith, but he had a really good showing against Elijah Smith. Took a round off of him, and it was a pretty good round. Almost beat him, but ended up getting, like, I think rocked in the second round. Not really rocked, but like he got hit, and that kind of like shifted the momentum to Elijah Smith. And Roll Roses Jr. He almost submitted Roll Roses Jr. People forget, if that round was a little longer, that would have been close, and I think he actually could have submitted Roll Roses Jr. So Vince Morales isn't bad. He's a really high level fighter. He went on a 5-0 win streak on the regional scene, and people are gonna say yes, the regional scene, but who gives a shit? But he's good, man. He's not like that Chris Matino where like you go on a win streak on the regional scene and come back a shit can. He's actually not that bad. He's just been getting fed to prospects. And before people say that Colby Thicknesse is a prospect, he isn't. The only reason this is 86% people are picking him is because he trains with Volkanovski. That is the only reason. The aura of Volkanovski made him a -170 favorite. That is the only reason, bro. People forget. Why people are brainwashed from the fact this guy got fucked in his last fight. He was getting fucked. Bro, the only reason he won that fight is because Josiah Musasa has 0 takedown defense. No, not 0 takedown. He was stuffing the takedowns. He has 0 ground game. Literally, Colby Thicknesse got 2 takedowns. Round 1 and round 3, and those were the rounds he won. Because Josiah Musasa, literally the minute he got taken down, bro, Colby Thicknesse got a full mount and was just throwing punches. Like, it was so fucking it was so unimpressive, bro. It really was. Oh my god. If that was anybody else who wasn't fucking dog shit, he would have gotten fucked, bro. He literally would have gotten fucked. Oh my god, Colby Thicknesse isn't good, bro. He was getting beat on the feet. He almost got knocked out a few times. And those 2 takedowns got him the win because Josiah Musasa doesn't have ground game. If Josiah Musasa was at least like a blue belt and could at least get up from the takedowns, he would have won. But no, he got taken down twice and he got fucked twice. Unimpressive win. I'm going Vince Morales. I think he's going to be better on the ground. I think he has better wrestling, and I think he has better jiu-jitsu easily. And I think he's definitely going to be better on the feet. Colby Thicknesse, in the starting fight against Josiah Musasa, no, he actually did have pretty decent... Oh, wait. No, I'm still sticking to this pick. I don't give a shit. But his hands were decent. He's just too hit away. He's just way too hittable for me. I think Vince Morales is going to push the pace on him and just beat him, man. I think he's just going to beat him. I think he's going to throw hands. I think he's actually going to beat Colby Thicknesse by decision. This is a closer fight than people think, though. I'm going to have to do a little... It's so hard to, like, analyze. He took this one on short notice, and he got rocked early. It's so hard to analyze this. But I think the calf kicks are going to be there for Vince Morales. I think The striking defense from Colby Thicknesse is going to play an advantage in Vince Morales' game. I think Vince Morales is going to be better on the ground. So if this goes to the ground, I am going to favor Vince Morales. And I think Vince Morales wins this by decision. Whew. Oh my God. Let me let me do something. Fuck Jacob Malkoun. I hate this piece of shit. Jacob Mama Malkoun going against GM3. Now, Jacob Malkoun, he's like, he's not really anything good. Got DQ'd, almost knocked out Cody Brundage, and lost to Brendan Allen, pretty good loss. Got a lucky knockout win over Andre Petrosky, and that is why I'm going to go decision. Jacob Malkoun can win this in any way he wants. He could probably get a submission. He could probably get a knockout. He could win this however he wants, but I'm going to go with decision just because I don't think he has crazy knockout power. Like, we're getting knocked out by Michael Olechechuk. Okay, he might knock him out. He might knock him out. We're getting knocked out by Olechechuk. Jeez, brother. Hasn't fought in 5 months. I think this is going to be a decision. It's a good pick for me because most people are going knockout. So it will bring my shit up. But, I mean, I don't know what you want me to say here. Jacob Malkoun's just going to fuck him. GM3 isn't good anymore. 30 years old. 4-5 losing streak. Prates Tavares. Michael Olechechuk, who's dog shit in my opinion. He's going to lose his next fight. Kyle Dawkins is on the White House card, but he's not impressive to me. And RDR is a good loss. Other than that, he's pretty shit. Alright, in the next fight, we have Junior, the Juggernaut, Tafa, going against Kevin Christian. Now, Junior Tafa actually impressed me in his fight against Billy Q. Not Billy Q, it's Billy Elcana. Fuck, bro. Only 2 months ago. Wait, was this on the... Shibai? I swear it wasn't. Okay. But it looked impressive against Billy Elcana. Knocked him down, but... Billy Elcana did the smart thing and grappled Junior Tafa because Junior Tafa has a big gaping hole in his grappling. I think he did take the first round off of Billy Elcana, but I think he just beats Kevin Christian. He's so unimpressive. He's very chinny, very lanky guy, which is the main reason I was going to go with him. But then I saw him get fucked by Billy Q. He got knocked down, then he got submitted easily, bro. Like, brother, you can't let that happen, bro. I think Junior Tafa is going to beat him. Junior Tafa is kind of chinny, but he has literally no knockout power. It's mainly the submissions I'm worried about. But got submitted by Walter Walker and Billy Elcana, who's pretty good. He's going to lose to Irobar Onescu, but Irobar Onescu is pretty good, so I don't really hate that. But Kevin Christian's very unimpressive to me. He's kind of a regional bum. I don't think he's going to beat Junior Tafa. I think this is actually Junior Tafa win, and I actually believe Junior Tafa is a parlay piece. Minus 175 is very good. I think he should be like a minus 200 to 230, something like that. I like minus 175. I'm probably going to parlay him. I saw Kevin Christian. I was just unimpressed, bro. It was just bad. In the next fight, we have Cam Rowston going against Robert Bryczek. Now, I was this close to picking Robert Bryczek until I actually watched the fight against Brad Tavares that some people were actually glazing, but he didn't really impress me, did he? He cracked Brad Tavares in the first round. Didn't end up getting the finish. Brad Tavares was able to survive and went into the second round, kind of still rocked. Not really rocked. He recovered pretty well. But in the second round, he just stuck his jab, calf kick, and ran away. And those calf kickers were eating at Robert Bryczek's calf. It was eating his fucking leg, bro. Like, that was bad. Like, I think he was about to get TKO'd by leg kicks. Like, bro, if he didn't knock out Brad Tavares, I think Brad Tavares actually would have won the third round. Like, it was such a bad showing from Robert Bryczek. Talking about, yeah, my last fight was bullshit. It was a mistake. It never happened. Brother, shut up. Like, you're not good, brother. No offense to you. Like, nice Polish man turning 36 years old this year. But Cam Rowston, okay striker, actually knows how to use his link, and he's a big motherfucker. Like, he's fucking massive. He's way bigger than he looks. He's gonna outsize Robert Bryczek. As long as Cam Rowston, I think this is just a good stylistic match for Cam Rowston. I think Cam Rowston can just stick his jab and the calf kicks until Robert Bryczek in the third round just gets like taken down because the calf kicks are too much. And then Cam Rowston ends up getting the TKO from ground and pound or submission. I'm going to go TKO. But yeah, I think Cam Rowston has a good stylistic matchup here. As long as he doesn't get cracked by Robert Bryczek, which I don't think he will, because Robert Bryczek in the second round was a little low output. But that might just be because he was chasing the finish against Eric Anders, but we'll see. I think he'll be a low output against Cam Rowston again. I'm just going to base off his last fight. And Cam Rowston will be the pick. Alright, to start the main card, we have Ty Bam Bam Tuivasa going against Louie Vanilla Gorilla Sutherland. Now, Ty Tuivasa, pretty good striker. He's on a 6 losing streak, but these 6 people would easily be Louie Sutherland. Louie Sutherland is a bum. He's a regional scene bitch. Even though he does have 2 good losses against Walter Walker And Brando Peričić, he's just not impressive to me. Even though he is more athletic than he looks, he's just not good, man, is he? This is kind of a mirror matchup where Louie Sutherland's a little bigger, a lot bigger, especially vertically or horizontally, whatever this shit is. But Louie Sutherland isn't good, and he's not UFC level. I think he's gonna gas out in the second round because we saw that Tuivasa can kind of go 3 rounds, I guess. But I think Tuivasa might be locked for this one. I don't think Louie Sutherland is very impressive. I think he's just here to get fed by Tuivasa. But I can honestly see Tuivasa losing to Louie Sutherland because he's dog shit. But I just think Louie Sutherland is worse than Tuivasa. Now, in the next fight, we have Shamil Gaziev versus Brando the Balkan Bear Peričić. But Brando Peričić recently knocked out Louie Sutherland in a very, very impressive win. Very dominant. I didn't think he was going to be that dominant, but it really impressed me. Shamil Gaziev, he's a pretty big heavyweight. But the only way he wins is if he gets the takedowns on Brando Peričić. And I think Brando Peričić showed good takedown defense against Louie Sutherland. And I don't think Shamil Gaziev is going to get the takedowns here. I think he's just going to get outstruck, outbeaten by a higher level of competition in Brando Peričić. Brando Peričić is pretty good. His only loss came by Randall Raymond, and that was because he rocked Randall. If I'm right, he rocked Randall Raymond. He was chasing the finish, and he wasn't able to get the finish, and then he just ended up gassing out, went to the second round, and then got submitted. I don't think he'll do that against Shamil Gaziev. He showed very high IQ against Louie Sutherland. He's a high IQ fighter in general. He has good striking. He fights in city box, kickboxing. Fights with Israel Adesanya. He's a pretty good striker. I think he's top 5 heavyweight right now. I think he's up there with Josh Hockett. I think he's up there with Cyril Gahn. I think he's up there with Pereira. I think he's up there with all those guys. Definitely top 7 though. But yeah, Shamil Gaziev isn't very impressed with me. Got knocked out by Waldo Costa in the second round. And Jairzinho. Oh, I remember he retired against this black guy in the 4th round. Very unimpressive. But I mean, it shows that he has a decent gas tank, I guess. He could go 3 rounds. But really not impressive to me. His best one is against Martin Boudet. And other than that, he doesn't really have anything. Alright. Marwan the Freaky Rahiki going against Ollie the Hungarian stallion Schmid. Now, this is a very, very, very new fight. I think it literally came out just yesterday. Now, Marwan Rahiki, a very good striker, has power in his hands. Knocked out Anias Mulamba and Harry Hardwick. Harry Hardwick has only been TKO'd twice, and one of them was because of leg kicks, and the other one was because he broke his fucking jaw. I broke your jaw. I broke your face. Kamara Usman. Guilt. But he did get rocked against Ananias Mulamba, but he showed decent high IQ in his last fight against Hardy Hardwick. He's still hittable, and that's the only thing you got to worry about with Marwan Rahiki. And Ollie Schmid is a decent striker. Got a spinning elbow win in his last fight against some 5-5 guy. Oh, spinning back fist. My bad. But against Marwan Rahiki, this is going to be an interesting matchup. Marwan Rahiki, I think he's going to win this fight, and I think he's going to end up losing his next fight. He needs to lose the fight eventually. He's not very impressive in the striking. If he goes against a very high-skill striker, he loses easy 30-27. Or even gets knocked out. We saw him get rocked by Ananias. But Ananias recently got a win against an Egyptian goat. So it's a good aging win. And Ollie Schmid is a newcomer, 4-2, 25 years old. He's just here to get fed. He's not that good. Even though his other loss is pretty good, but this one's not that good. He's pretty chutney. I can see a knockout. Am I going to decision? No, I'm going KO. Oh, fuck. I need to send him my Rahiki pick. UFC prediction tracker. Fuck, I need to upload this video fast. Alright, Tim Elliott going against Steve Astro Boy Erceg. Tim Elliott, very, very weird fighting style. Has some very, very impressive wins. Was beating Muhammad Micallef, ended up getting submitted. Beat Victor Altamirano, pretty good. He beat Tagir Ulanbekov. He beat Sumar Darji, and he beat Kaya Sakura. Why is he an underdog? Why is he an underdog? I don't get it, bro. All of his wins are much more impressive than anything Steve Erceg has ever done. The most impressive thing Steve Erceg did was lose against Alexandro Pantoja. The only way Steve Erceg wins this is by either wrestling or striking. And I think Tim Elliott could easily stuff the striking and stuff the takedowns. And I think he beat him the striking because he's just such a weird fighter, isn't he? I think he's gonna come there, do the weird bullshit he does, and outstrike Steve Erceg. Because in the first round, he was getting beat by Kaya Sakura. But Kaya Sakura is a very high-level striker in the flyweight division. But in the second round, after that takedown, Kaya Sakura was a little more low output, and he was just beating on him. And Steve Erceg is a low-output fighter. And I think Tim Elliott's just going to beat on him. I think he's going to beat on him. I think he's going to take the decision win. I'm just so unimpressed by Steve Erceg. Anytime he goes against a high-level fighter, he gets fucked. And against Ode Osborne, he was getting fucked in the first round. He got rocked. He was getting outstruck. And he only won because he had to fucking clinch and wrestle this fucking black Jamaican sensation. Fuck. My God. Steve Erceg isn't good, bro. I'm taking Tim Elliott to fade him. I don't give a shit. All of his wins are more impressive than me. Even this loss against fucking Muhammad Micallef is more impressive than any of these losses. Okay, I'm stretching there. It's more impressive than anything he's done, in my opinion. Now for the co-main event, we have Beneil Dariush going against Quillan. Woo! Look what I put. I actually do think Beneil Dariush actually has a chance to win this. I'm not even kidding. I think Beneil Dariush could actually win this. But I'm not picking him, you know. Beneil Dariush's chin is gone. He got knocked out by Ben Johnston in the first 16 seconds. Like, you can't pick someone who got chinned in 16 seconds. That's outrageous. That's horrible. That's tenacious. Fuck. Oh, my God. You can't pick someone like that, bro. But Dariush is a really high-level wrestler. And he beats high-level wrestlers like Renato Marcano and Mateusz Gamrot, who's a very, very, very good wrestler. Probably the best in the division. And Beneil Dariush fucked him. He really did fuck him. But I am taking Kody Steele here. I believe he is going to do the smart thing and keep this on the feet. I think he's going to stop the takedowns, hopefully, and knock out Beneil Dariush. I really do think he can knock out Beneil Dariush in the first round because Beneil Dariush's chin is gone, bro. It's gone, bro. All round one finishes, bro. And if he goes against someone who's decently heavy-handed and has good kicks like Kody Steele, I think he's going to get fucked. Though, I'm not saying this is a lock. He's a parlay piece. Minus 400 is pretty good. But I like this minus 400. I think this is justifiable. I think it should probably be minus 300. But Kody Steele, like, why do people forget him? Beneil Dariush was that guy. He really was. He's a really good prospect. He is turning 37. That's the main reason I'm picking him. But if this was like, if Dariush had only got knocked out like a few times and they weren't that bad, I could actually still underdog pick here for Dariush. But I'm not. I'm picking Kody Steele because he has a good knockout power. He's a good all-around fighter. And I think he beats Beneil Dariush. Now, for the main event, we have Jack Della Maddalena going against Carlos the Nightmare Prates. Now, before I say anything, let me just say something. Easy fucking money on JDM. Easy money. When I mean easy money, I think this is the freest win for JDM. I can understand why you guys don't want to pick JDM. He did have a split decision with Kevin Holland and Hafez. Knocked out Gilbert Burns, lost the first 2 rounds. And got a decision win over Bilal Muhammad. But was kind of getting pieced by Bilal Muhammad. And lost against Islam Makhachev. Now, I can understand why people want to pick Prates. It's probably the better pick. But in my head, when I envision these fights, I just envision a high output JDM just boxing Carlos Prates, getting out of those power shots that Carlos Prates and powerful knees that Carlos Prates has, and taking this to decision and getting a 49-36. Genuinely, I think he could actually beat Carlos Prates pretty comfortably. I think he'll win 4 rounds. I think the 4th or 5th round will be dangerous for JDM, even though he did show he has a pretty decent gas tank against Bilal Muhammad. But this will be interesting. Really good fight. But in my head, I just see JDM having the good stylistic matchup against Carlos Prates. Carlos Prates is a one-shot knockout guy, like he did against Leon Edwards. Lost the first round against Jeff Neal. Knocked him out. Ian Gary lost to short notice. Ian Gary got fucked for 3 rounds, and then Ian Gary was a little more low output in the last 4th and 5th. But that was kind of because he was taking it on short notice. Knocked out Neil Magny. He's pretty chinny. Knocked out Jingling Lee. Knocked out Charles Radke. He's good. We know Charles Prates has the knockout power. He has the death touch, guys. He has the death touch. And he has the height and reach advantages. The smart decision is to pick Carlos Prates. But I think JDM is just better, bro. I think he has better boxing. I think he's going to be the smarter fighter here. I think he's going to beat on Carlos Prates, man. I really do. I think JDM is a parlay piece. I love these odds on JDM. I fucking love these odds, bro. I fucking love it, bro. Holy shit. I think JDM wins, and I think he wins pretty dominantly. But yeah, that'll do it for my picks. Now, before I end this video, I do want to give you guys my play of the week, like my best pick with the best odds and all that. And it is going to be Wes Schultz. I think Wes Schultz has the best odds and has the best chance to win in this card. I think plus 150 is amazing for Wes Schultz. I think that's steal odds at anything. I think he's much better than Ben Johnston. I think they're going to be decently even on the striking. Maybe Wes Schultz could be better in the striking. Like, I don't even know, man. But I know he's going to be much better than wrestling. I know he's going to take him down, and I know he's going to fuck him for at least 2 rounds, because that's what happened to him against John Fraser. He got fucked for 2 rounds until he got a submission. I think Wes Schultz is going to be smarter in the submission defense. We've never seen him get submitted, and we never will. All right? This is an easy one for Wes Schultz. He's much bigger than anybody Ben Johnston has usually been going against, and he was in retirement. Just came back for 2 years. This is short notice fight for him. Easy money for Wes Schultz. But that'll do for me. If you guys enjoyed the video, bro, let me slow down. If you guys enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing, because it means a lot to me. Fuck, why am I stuttering, bro? Fuck you. Oh my god. But yeah, please like and subscribe. It means a lot to me, and it keeps me motivated to push out content for you guys. But yeah, that'll do it. I hope you guys enjoy it, and have a good day. God bless.